And Grover is perfectly capable of explaining and handling himself from here on out. So I will say have fun, and Grover Anderson, everybody.
Thank you all very much. I generally like to begin these types of things with some form of invocation, which sounds really pretentious, but I promise it's not intended to be so. I just like everyone to kind of get together over something. So I'm going to start with a song that I wrote for somebody. I was trying to encourage them to open their hearts a little bit. And not that any of you guys need heart opening, as far as I can tell, you're here, darn it. But it's a friendly reminder, so we're going to start with that one. With desire to do the things you know you need to do, and the attitude to take the time to try. In the off chance the struggles just succumb to you, the effort's often better than goodbye. In the archives of your heartache there's a litany of opportunities taken to run. Lay them out and blow the dust off, find them each to be a record of the damage done. Don't believe all you see, all that you see. It moves swift and it hits hard, and it won't come easily. In imagining the breadth of all scenarios, the worst can seize the forefront of your mind as you steel yourself for just how far the pain can go. Don't forget to stop the light from slipping by. In the archives of your heartache there's discrepancies between the choices that you made and things you've known. Lay them out and blow the dust off, count out all the ways the heart and mind together grow. Don't believe all you see, all that you see. It moves swift and it hits hard, and it won't come easily. And then one day it'll strike you like the bricks you laid to wall away your heart. And you'll tremble and you'll marvel at the glimmer of a true love start, of a true love start. In the archives of your heartache there's a vacancy, adorned of statues made of old love's bones. Lay them out and blow the dust off, count out all the ways the heart and mind together grow. Let your heart and mind together grow. Thank you very much. Are we all here? Are you all feeling well? Thank you so much for being here. This is the coolest type of show I ever get to play, and I don't get to play them nearly enough. And I appreciate Sean and Anne-Marie, and I appreciate you guys. And I'm going to show you that by playing you a song about the end of the world. One day the ocean's gonna rise up and drown everybody in New York and California. One day the left and the right are gonna start another civil war. One day the sun's gonna increase in size till it swallows the earth. So what's the good in worrying about her? One day the flowers you bought will decay inside a landfill. The tree you carved your names into will burn down into ash. And in time your memories of Yellowstone will be a volcanic crater. So what's the good in worrying about that? If she says she's gone, then she's gone. Good luck trying to change a woman's mind. You may think yourself strong, but what's your heartache to time? What if the tectonic plate you live on becomes an island? Then an electromagnetic pulse puts the planes and ships to ground. Well, you'd waste your life on a raft praying currents took you to it. So what's the good in wasting it now? She says she's gone, then she's gone. Good luck trying to change a woman's mind. And you may think you're yourself strong, yeah, but what's your heartache to time? One day you're gonna feel the full for this mighty depth of feeling. But even the sharpest pain holds a little bit of worth. In time, every mistake will have only made you better. And there's the good in worrying about her. Yeah, there's the good in worrying about her. Thanks, everybody. So between deathly serious and joking about the end of the world, I think you'd run the gamut of the kind of songs I'm going to play tonight. A brief preview. You're going to know my life story by the end of the show, whether you want to or not, because most of my songs are offshoots of my life. But this one spurred a moment in my life, which is exciting. This song, I don't know why I'm talking into the microphone when I don't need to, that's absurd. It just makes me feel like I'm important, I guess, I don't know. I spent all day in a car and punching. This song I wrote, and then the person I wrote it about and I parted ways. And that was okay. And then I was playing this song in a bar in Ashland, Oregon. And a girl that I'd already tabbed as being pretty good looking was sitting at the bar. And when I played this song, at a certain point her head popped up. I was like, in that moment, a lot of thoughts ran through my head. I never wanted to be that guy that met a girl at his own show. That's not me, I don't do this for the women. But that night I did. And we started talking and we hit it off, and now we're over 5 years later. We've got a little 1-year-old baby girl, and we're happily married. And it's all because of this song, so I hope you will appreciate that I really like playing it again. Fireflies, or if my eyes are lying to me, but the lights that fill up my sky aren't shining as bright. I landed in Minnesota, it's colder, but I'm warm and I'm free. until I'm alone on the memories to help me get through the night. And I got what I want now, I just want more. When you leave Indiana, I'm gonna cover some ground, do all that I couldn't get done without you around. I'm gonna cook you a dinner and burn it. I'll say you're perfect when you don't deserve it. I'm gonna love you till I'm sick of you, and hopefully you're gonna be sick of me too. Dissonance, the wild ups and downs, but I hear your voice through the wire, and my heart floats away. Still you're headed home, and we've gone on too long waiting around. Let's have some of that fun we've been hearing about. Forget all the future and live for today. When you leave Indiana, I'm gonna cover some ground, do all that I couldn't get done without you around. I'll change your flat tires, keep my facial hair grown. I'll hold you in bed till the late afternoon. I'm gonna love you till I'm sick of you, and hopefully you're gonna be sick of me. We got the rest of our lives to live, the rest of our lives. And try as we might in time, some of the magic might die. But when we get together, I'm gonna cover some ground. Right now we're young and we're dumb, and we'll run this town. I'm gonna cherish each kiss like the first. I'll hold you in ways that they frown on in church. Then if I'm lucky to live till I'm 80, I'll still be a fool for my little old lady. I'll tell everyone that I'm sick of you, and hopefully you're gonna be sick of me too. Oh, just sick of me too. Thank you very much. I don't believe in love songs if you can't find something to smile about and laugh about inside of them, which is probably just the way I approach love in general. But this next song is about a very different kind of love. Sean is an adventurer. He goes on river rafting trips and all kinds of cool things. I fancy myself an adventurer, but I'm not. The most dangerous thing I've done this year was drive across Pennsylvania today. It was something. But if you can't be adventurous, you should write songs about adventures. So I wrote this song, and it was originally intended to be this song about people gallivanting and doing all kinds of courageous things. And it really just, at the end of the day, became a song about how stupid men can be. But either way, I hope you find whatever you find in it. This song is called Philip Marshall Keats. Philip Marshall Keats was born in Carolina, went to school in England. Philip and Samantha married on his farm. Before the harvest season, he was scheming. His worshipped father died a great war hero. At night he lie in bed and clutch of silver stars and eagles. He was scheming. Back abroad in London, Philip Marshall Keats met an old explorer who climbed the Ural Mountains, crossed Sahara as though the ocean spoke of more. Oh, he spoke of more. And so one night Philip abandoned poor Samantha, future Smoky Mountain old maid. And as he docked departed, son Lysander joined his father as a stowaway. He spoke of more. But tonight don't cry for Samantha, mother and bride. Here she holds a black and white photograph that fades away, and she still works the farm, and she remembers her baby in her arms, the babe that left her buried, and the man who drove her early gray. And they all take a respite in the thought of coming home one day. Philip and Lysander carried south to work for merchants out of Quito. The son translated, father wore a gun and fended off banditos. He grew weak though. And then in 18 years they worked every job from here to Argentina. Every woman a distortion of the last time they'd seen her. He grew weak though. But tonight, don't cry for Samantha, mother and bride. Here she holds a black and white photograph that fades away, and she still works the farm, and she remembers her baby in her arms, the babe that left her buried, and the man who drove her early grave. And they all take a respite in the thought coming home one day. This is an instrumental break to demonstrate the passage of time. Old Lysander Keats spent over 30 months in travel north to Raleigh, gasping when he saw Samantha bedridden, rheumatized and gnarly. He said, I'm sorry, but it's been 7 years since father was gunned down by gauchos out to rob our cocaine. And when I got out of jail for killing every last one, I started home again. Oh mother, I'm sorry. Old Samantha Keats was buried in the shadow of the church bell tower. Oh, and when he took his life, Lysander's body landed there amongst her flowers. Oh. But tonight, don't cry for Samantha, mother and bride. Here she holds a black and white photograph that's faded away. She still works the farm, and her baby has outgrown her arms. The fields are never barren, and the men come in for supper after a long, hard day. And they all take respite at the thought at coming home. Thank you very much. I'm most proud of that song because it includes the words gaucho, respite, cocaine, and gnarly. If you show me another song that includes those 4 words, maybe like a Sublime song, I don't know. So, all I'm going to say is ask Sean about the Stanislaus River. But that's what I grew up playing in. And we have many, many swimming holes in that river that I like to swim at. And I'm not going to tell you about any of them because they're all privileged information for locals. But I did write a song about the one that we send all the out-of-towners to. Mostly just to try and get picked up by the Chamber of Commerce. They said there are enough people there anyway, we don't need you plugging it anymore. But I'm playing the damn song anyway. This is a song about doing stupid things with your friends in high school. Like going skinny dipping. And you're in a big cave. And then someone thinks to shine a light down at the bottom of that cave to see what's crawling around on there. And you decide maybe skinny dipping wasn't the best idea. Down by the limestone cabin is a place where we can swim on a branch for to hang out skivvies. Follow me, dive on in. The summer's been a killer and the reservoir's a puddle, mud flats cooking and the crops in trouble. Don't bring nothing but a towel and your britches, and meet me down by the natural bridges. Past the gold and the headache, past the water tower, past the night we went head first, past the midnight hour, past the water, past the whiskey, past the guitar, share a song, we the past, at the gold and the headache, till morning calling our trouble gone. Say watch for rattlers and poison oak. Shine a light in the hot dark water. Those monster crawdads, oh, they'll midnight snack on your toes. When every song you hear's about riverbanks and trucking, cold beer, moonshine and backwoods, loving you sure can't be. The next best thing is to meet me down by the natural bridges. Past the grove and the headache, past the water tower, past the night we were head first, past the midnight hour, past the water, past the whiskey, past the guitar, share a song, lay the past at the goal and the head, till morning calling our trouble gone. Yeah, whatever song you hear's about riverbanks and trucking, cold beer, moonshine and backwoods, love you sure can't be. The next best thing is to meet me down by the natural bridges. Thank you.